and then it happens again. I got skeletons in my closets. They come back every time I think I lost them.
Yeah, here we are. Oh my, here's John Gill and friend.
Okay.
Ken. John
Mr.
and Ken.
K.
Mr. K?
Mr. K, yes.
And you're Mr. G?
Well, my name is John Gilly, but I use the name Murray Gillbacker, which I created off of a fish from South America, and I created a theater program.
Wait. Talk into the, yeah, you're good. So wait a minute, you created a theater program in South America?
No, I don't want to say. I started, well, I wanted to take it from the beginning. The beginning was that I started out in the avant-garde with Jeremy Halpern and Tom Richford at the Joseph Blickman House. And I was doing promotion work for them, and then they started putting me in little pieces.
Cool.
I did, my first piece was The Plumber, and then...
I had a flood in my house today. We could have used you.
But it was a shtick piece. It was fake. Oh, you go ahead. You say it.
Well, yeah, it was great. You did a plumber. When I was 25 years old.
Like I was 25 years, when I was 12 years old, industry was strong in America. It was devoted in part to wellness, to work hard, get a good meal, a stiff drink, and a decent paycheck. I go to Williamsburg. It was the beauty of the American dream. I can't remember, man. I was back in the 90s. Before
The Verge was this great band that our friend
Jeremy Halpern.
And
Tom Richford.
Tom Richford.
Right.
A great noise band. It was really a fun thing in Williamsburg. Right around Kellogg's Diner, where Kellogg's Diner
So
was.
it was like the beginning of Williamsburg.
Yeah, it was really crappy at that.
Right,
It was
yeah,
really
like you could still move there.
Dogs like next door barking, like interrupting their
Like Avenue
video
D used
things.
to be.
Yeah, it was really crunchy.
Right, yeah.
So that's how I started out in the avant-garde, and they had like...
Now, what does avant-garde mean to you, actually?
Actually, when I first did it, we started meeting these people who were installation artists. That's how Williamsburg really got...
Like Area. You remember Area?
Yeah, I loved Area.
And then they had like the Cat's Head, and they had like a huge installation show, and I met Karen Black.
She's the innovator of a lot of it.
I would tell you, man, I was only 25 back then. I had never seen art before. My grandfather was an artist, and my great-grandfather...
Artist? Are you from Boston?
No, I'm just making the word artist. No, his name was David Belafonte. He was a puppeteer, and his mother was a diva. Her name was Jean Marie Lord, and she sang Madame Butterfly.
Can you do any Madame Butterfly?
Nah, man, that was real chops. But he became a puppeteer.
Paul Canis, I'm sure you can see that.
He died. Yeah, really, I still have his puppet set at home. I should have brought it in.
I met his grandmother out in Ridgewood.
diva?
The grandmother was married to Belafonte, was a puppeteer, and she's like a kind of strict German lady, and she's complaining about, he was he was a drunk artist, he was a puppeteer, he'd bring all these people back home and doing shows, they never made any money. And
Right.
Sounds like the artists of today.
Right, and then when he died, my mother started going to the American Theater Wing, and then she got chops, and then I got some chops. Like when I went to high school, I was in the chorus, and I did like high school shows.
So what are you doing today, Mr. G?
Mr. G, or Maury Gilback. Okay, so I was doing Hunter College. First I did Borough Manhattan Community College Theater Program.
I was to be MCC.
Right. So did Queen Latifah.
And now she's got a talk show. Look at that.
Interesting.
So, right, and they had a funny theater program there. Like one day we met Robert De Niro, and I said, "Do you know Robert De Niro?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're doing a film festival here." And I said, "You have a theater program here?" And he said, "I thought that was some kind of medical billing program." I didn't even know what it was. Like, what is that over there? Some noise in the hall.
He was just using the place he was just using the black box as a set.
Yeah, for his Tribeca film.
His mom is amazing, though. She plays the accordion, which is just incredible to me. And I remember you were writing songs, and she wanted to trademark them and not give you any money for it. She's an amazing woman.
Hustler.
Who was the daughter of the burlesque guy, the burlesque puppeteer.
And what about you, Mr. K?
Mr. K has been a lot of theater, children's theater in Hawaii. And,
Oh, really? So Aloha?
Aloha and Minneapolis.
Do you know how to do the hula
I can
dance?
hula. I can do the male hula, which is a little bit
What's the
more
male hula?
R-rated.
Is it
more intense?
Yeah, it's more intense.
More like
R-rated.
dramatic.
It's
Oh,
like
it's
this
like-
style.
can you do-
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, I like it. I actually knew knew how to do the girl one. I knew one who
That
would
sounds
dance.
like fun.
Yeah. Do you know how to hula, Mr. G?
No, but I was going to say about this Murray Gilbacker Entertainment Limited and the 99-cent store theater, which we're in the developmental stage.
Yes, sir.
Like, what's that one?
Work in progress.
One piece we're working on is called Not a Friend of Mine, which is
Oh, I like it.
Yeah,
Clever.
yeah.
where Mr. K and I'm going to be in the play, and then one guy's in the play, and 20 people are hip-hopsters and pantomimes, and nobody knows that he knows they're pantomimes. He says, I don't like mine. Gets it a lot. You know, I
You're
really,
no friend of mine.
he said, I really hate mine.
This is where the.
So that's the words you can say?
That's words I say. I'm the only one who
He said,
speaks.
I really hate mine.
Yeah, well, yeah. I really hate mine.
And I said, well, no one talks to me anyway. And the other guy doesn't know they're mine.
Are they dressed like mine?
No, they look like regular people. Everywhere they're mine.
They're hip hop.
So then are they voguing, basically?
Yeah, they're voguing and they're hip hop, silent people.
Right.
Right.
And nobody really knows their
And no,
minds.
since I'm an antisocial type person, no one talks to me anyway, so I don't care. And he don't like mine, but then the other guy thinks that these people are supposed to talk to him. That's the joke.
Okay, so in a summary, you're an actor.
I'm an actor, right? I'm an actor. That's basically it. Yeah, I did the factory, New York City factory at Hunter College. I did one piece called "The Army's a Wonderful Institution." I recommend it for everyone. Where I had all these books because I was in the Army for 25 years.
You're still in the Army.
I'm still in the Army. So
Are
I got,
you a reserve?
yeah, I'm in the reserve.
So have you ever been sent away?
Since we were 17.
A 400-day letter. As a matter of fact, I was at Fort Hood, and they canceled my MOS, and a month later, that crazy guy shot everyone up in that room.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh, not that long ago.
Yeah, I was in there.
on
That was
trial
a
now.
gym. That was a gym. You had to wait on this huge
Right,
line.
he was there.
And then,
right
actually, you know,
before.
the Army, you think it's like the Vietnam thing and all of this stuff. They're actually really, really snobby. Like, we don't want your MOS. Like, I had an old Signal MOS from, like, Vietnam era MOS called 72 Echo. And they
For us, like dumb people, what's an MOS?
a military occupational specialist. I was in
It's
the
like your
Signal
job. It's
Corps.
like your little job.
I mean, I need Army for Dummies or something,
No,
you know?
so the MOS died. Back then, the Signal Corps, they used to have, like, we used to watch propaganda movies. Like, Tony Randall was in the Signal Corps. And I used to watch Frank Capra movies. And then, I was part of the Signal Corps. Then they got rid of that
It
part.
was during the Cold War, so there were he was there tuning radios and listening to the Russian
Did
signals.
you ever get to see Bob Hope?
No, I didn't, but I do like the USO show. I invited them to here today.
Didn't Christina Aguilera sing? Did you see any of them?
Did you ever go on a USO show?
I met,
We
as a
talked
matter of
about
fact, I met
that.
one of the guys from The Sopranos.
All right.
Was at a War Wounded Warrior thing, and I said, well, I studied theater at Hunter College, and he was the guy on one of the Sopranos. You probably would know.
Good, at the pussy?
Yeah. So, and then
Oh,
I gotta bring up.
Can
Can I say that?
Yeah.
So bad.
You sometimes you meet celebrities over there, and I meet the showgirls from the USO.
My favorite song is "Join the Army, Get Yourself Killed."
Oh,
You know that
yeah,
song?
you could do a lot of cadences. Do
That's a good
cadence.
song.
I got this one. I seen an old lady running down the street, tanks on her back and fins on her feet. I said, old lady, where you going to? The U.S. Army Scuba School.
All right. So it is National Cherry Day.
Turn over.
Yes.
Yes.
And we'd like to share with you. I need to get a skeleton from both of your closets.
Oh, wow.
So,
I was
And the
thinking
both
about
of them,
that.
yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Thousands from both.
Each.
I was thinking about that. I'm a really pure soul.
That's all right. I'm sure you're not so pure, Mr. K.
I'm sure. But I was thinking that when I've moved around a lot. I lived in Hawaii, as I said. And my friend just moved from the East Village here. He's lived there for 30 years. And he gave me his porn.
Apartment?
His porn. No, he gave me his porn. That he
Okay.
racked it up. 'Cause he's
30-year-old porn.
He's like 50, he's like 60 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so like
So
his
old
porn,
Playboy
it's all
or
wrapped
more
up, and
than
he said,
that?
I'm embarrassed. I don't want to see it. Wouldn't take it out and put it out anywhere.
Ah. So you kept it.
No, I kept a couple of things for mine.
Good for you. Good for you, Mr. K. Have you learned anything?
Yeah, some Japanese, some special Japanese
Technique.
techniques with hooks.
Wow. Watch out, Mr. G.
His army has his shotguns.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Let me see. Well, I got one. This is a KGB guy gave me a Russian watch once. It was a Russian watch, and then
How old are you, 17?
no, I was like 18.
18.
Yeah, and he said, oh, there used to be thousands of these people trying to buy secrets, and I used to always get drunk outside the base, and I would never give nobody anything. I'm like, kill me first. But I was like, I used to make fun of him all the time, you know. Give me. He's like, what are you
This is
talking
real.
about? Yeah, so he gave me a watch, and then I realized that it had a special tuner in it where you can talk like Moscow. And actually, someone stole this watch out of my house like about 3 months ago. Nothing else was missing except his watch. I didn't know that had like.
Remember that the guy
This is
sold
the
the
shit
block or whatever? Those guys used to actually sell. These little machines like
Oh, they had these crypto. Those
had
Russians
blocks
were-
on them, and then people would try to buy it from these kids. This was during the Cold
They
War.
had
This is
found,
what
and
was
they would.
going on.
You know what I found out the weird was? They used to have all the stolen money to Russians during the Cold War, and then they would just give it to you, and then they'd actually throw the stuff in the garbage.
Sounds like Breaking Bad, man. Yeah, sounds like Jesse throwing the money out the window. Wow. So you think there was like a GPS in there or something, and
I
they
don't know
tracked
what
it down?
They at the Syria thing, with the Syria thing.
Oh, God bless you all over there.
The Syria thing, they're using Russian stuff over there. So
I
think,
know.
I think like Russian radios
Yeah.
or Russian stuff, they don't want anyone to have them in the United States because they're like the United States. They actually.
So maybe somebody came and found your watch they knew.
Or I think someone probably found it. Maybe it was an antique because some people sell the shit on eBay for like $5,000 or something.
Wow. So in a nutshell, we got to sum it up. You don't have a website yet. You're not even on Facebook yet. So how would people be able to find you and your
I don't know
endeavors?
what you can do. You can email me at jgmurray3@gmail.com. I know I'm really caveman. One day I'll break out of it. I have to get like all my
He's
technological.
at school at Hunter. Just look for his productions.
Yeah. And then what are they listed as?
Factory.org, and if you go to Hunter College, like the Danny K Theater, they'll have shows. I don't know if I'm going to be in any of the shows, because they're kind of snobby over there, too. They don't get pick nobody for nothing.
So is anybody not a snob to you, Mr. G?
Mr. K. Actually, sometimes he's a snob. He didn't invite me for the New Year. There was New Year's Eve.
I had a big
Mr.
thing.
K.
There was a fancy
yeah.
party in the mall. They call
Uh-oh.
it the mall. Like if you follow Hollywood, the mall is like 72nd Street to 96th Street. The
Very
reason they call it the
fancy party.
mall, because I used to meet a lot of. I met Bernadette Peters over there. Is that everything's like brandy new, like everything's super brandy new, and everything you want: women, drugs, alcohol, it's all brandy new out of the box. So he said, "Oh, I'm going to this British party in the mall on New Year's Eve," and I was waiting at the phone. And he did not call me back.
Maybe you'll come to Mrs. Spearington's fancy party.
Well,
at
maybe
Park
we're just
Avenue.
going to have to crash one of his good parties and have a good
Sounds like a
time.
blast.
Yeah, it
Well,
does.
Canis, you're invited. You're both invited.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, well, thank you
It's
so
a
much.
hot day. Martin Luther King Day.
It is.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned David Soul, you know, remember that
Yeah,
song?
Darcy, he had
Don't
that-
give up.
Yes,
on
he had that
us,
in. Yes,
I love
he
that
did.
song.
He had that
It's a
one
song,
in.
Yeah.
Yes, Darcy
So
and
I just had
Hutch.
to say
Yes,
that.
it's his
Martin
birthday
Luther King,
today.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there you go. And thank you so much for coming. And we'd love to see you in a
Thank you.
performance of
What
some
a
sort.
pleasure. Thank you.
You too, Mr. K. And
Oh, I was going to say, Mr. K's going to be my next performance, and I have to give him 80%, and I only get
That's
20.
what he
well,
offered
the
me
80,
80, so this
80-20 is the
80,
rule for
20.
everything.
I said
I-
80.
I
Once
know.
left for the 80, it's the 80th cent deal.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
going
it's-
backwards.
Everything's
No,
80-20. It all works that way. I learned that.
Really,
But we
so
got
it's
to move
over
on
this.
because we got 80% of the show left and 20 is gone. So
All right.
stay tuned, and it is the last Wednesday of August. Thank you, Mr. K and Mr. G.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
All right, bye.